Alex walked slowly across the rocky land, his eyes searching the strange horizon. The sky was a pale purple, and the wind blew softly, carrying the smell of unknown plants. He held his small scanner close, hoping to find signs of life or shelter. The planet was quiet, too quiet for a place that looked so alive. Suddenly, a soft cry broke the silence. It was weak and scared, but real. Alex stopped and listened carefully. The sound came from a narrow valley near the tall rocks. His heart beat faster as he moved toward the noise. Wonder mixed with worry. He hoped it was not trouble, but someone who needed help. As he walked down the slope, he saw a small figure sitting behind a big stone. It was a girl, but not like any girl he had ever seen. Her skin was blue and smooth. Her eyes glowed faintly like stars in the dark. She wore strange clothes that looked light and soft, but also strong. She looked very young and scared. Her long hair floated slightly in the wind. Her small hands held her knees close to her chest. She looked lost and alone. Alex called softly, "Hello, I am Alex. Can I help you?" The girl looked up, her glowing eyes wide with surprise. She did not speak at first, but slowly nodded. Alex sat a little distance away to show he was not a threat. "Where are you from?" he asked gently. The girl's voice was quiet and strange. "Far away, my ship broke. I am lost," she said. Her words were slow, as if she was tired and afraid. Alex felt a sharp pain inside. He knew this was not a simple rescue. This girl was far from home, in a world she did not know. He wanted to help her, but he also felt fear, because this place was dangerous and unknown. As they talked, a sudden noise came from the high rocks. A shadow moved quickly behind the stones. Alex's eyes darted toward the sound, but he saw nothing clear. The girl froze, her glowing eyes searching the darkness. "We are not alone," she whispered. Alex felt a chill run down his spine. "What is it? Who is there?" he asked. The girl shook her head. "Danger." "Close," she said. The wind seemed to carry the sound of something moving. Soft but fast. Alex knew they had little time. He stood up slowly. "Come with me. I will keep you safe," he said. The girl hesitated, then rose carefully. Her steps were light and quick. As they moved away from the valley, Alex looked behind many times. The strange sounds followed them like shadows. Sometimes a small rock rolled down the slope, but no one showed. The girl, who said her name was Lyra, told Alex about her world. It was a place full of stars and many planets. She said she came from a planet called Viridian, far beyond the known maps. She told him her ship crashed in the middle of a space storm, and she landed here by accident. Alex listened closely, feeling the weight of her story. He wondered how he could help her find her way back, but first they needed safety. The rocky land gave way to a narrow path, bordered by tall, strange plants. The plants moved slightly as if breathing. Their leaves shone with colors that changed from green to blue. The air was thick with the smell of wet earth and flowers. Alex felt both wonder and caution. This world was beautiful but could hide dangers. Suddenly, Lyra stopped. "Wait," she said. "I hear something." Alex froze. He focused his ears but heard only the wind. Then a low growl came from the plants near them. A large creature with glowing eyes stepped out slowly. It looked fierce, but did not attack. Instead, it watched them carefully. Alex held his breath, unsure what to do. The creature's eyes met his, and then it turned away. Disappearing into the shadows, Lyra smiled faintly. "They are not enemies if you do not fear," she said. Alex felt relief and a little hope. Maybe this strange world was not all danger. They kept moving, trying to find a place to rest. As night began to fall, the sky turned dark with many bright stars. Alex looked up and wondered about the many worlds beyond his own. He thought about Lyra's home, so far away and unknown. They found a small cave near a gentle stream. The cave was empty and dry, perfect for a short rest. Alex made a small fire, careful not to make too much smoke. Lyra watched the flames quietly. "Thank you," she said softly, "for helping me. Alex nodded. "We will find a way," he promised, but deep inside, he felt the weight of the unknown ahead. The strange sounds had not stopped, and the shadow was still there, watching, waiting, as they settled down for the night. Alex's mind raced with questions. What was this strange keycard she carried? What dangers did it bring? And who was the shadow watching them? The night was quiet, except for the crackling fire and the distant sounds of the wild. Alex kept one hand near his small tool, ready for anything. The strange encounter had just begun, and the path ahead was full of mystery and danger. The morning sun rose slowly above the rocky hills, painting the sky with soft orange and pink colors. Alex and Lyra left their small cave behind, ready to face the unknown path ahead. The air was cool and fresh, but the danger still hung like a shadow over them. Lyra walked carefully, her glowing eyes scanning the land. Alex watched her closely, learning to understand her silent signals. They moved through a narrow valley filled with tall, strange plants. Their leaves shimmered under the sunlight, and the wind made soft music as it passed. Suddenly, a sharp noise broke the calm. A loud snap came from a broken branch. Both Alex and Lyra stopped, hearts beating fast. They looked around but saw no one, only the strange plants and rocky walls. Alex whispered, "We are being watched. I can feel it." Lyra nodded, her eyes shining with fear and determination. "They follow us, the hunters," she said quietly. Alex did not know what hunters meant, but the word made him tense. They moved faster but tried to be quiet, stepping lightly over stones and fallen branches. The path grew steeper and more dangerous. Loose rocks slid under their feet, and the wind blew harder. Lyra helped Alex when he slipped, and Alex shielded her from the cold wind. Their trust in each other grew with every step. As they climbed, Lyra told Alex more about her home world. She spoke of tall silver cities, flying ships that looked like birds, and bright stars that lit her planet's night. Her voice was soft but full of hope. Alex imagined her world, so different from the rocky planet beneath their feet. He wished he could see it with his own eyes. Suddenly, a shadow crossed the path above them. Alex looked up just in time to see a small flying creature dart away into the sky. "Watch out," Lyra warned, but before Alex could react, a strong wind pushed him sideways. He lost his balance and fell hard onto the ground. Pain shot through his arm, but he did not cry out. Lyra rushed to his side, her glowing eyes filled with worry. "Are you hurt?" she asked. Alex tried to smile. "Just a scrape, I'm fine," he said. But he knew he needed to be more careful. They rested for a moment while Alex cleaned the scrape with water from his bottle. Lyra touched his arm gently, as if to give strength. They moved on, slower but steady. The rocky cliffs gave way to a dense forest with thick green leaves. Strange birds sang high above, their calls sharp and loud. The forest smelled of wet moss and fresh earth. Alex felt calm but alert. The path was hard to see, covered with fallen leaves and branches. Suddenly, Lyra stopped and held up her hand. "Listen," she said. "Something is near." Alex listened carefully. A soft rustle came from the bushes. Then, a pair of bright eyes appeared, staring at them from the shadows. Alex's heart jumped. He held his breath and stood still. The eyes blinked, and then a small animal stepped out. It looked like a fox but with scales and glowing fur. The animal was curious but not afraid. Lyra smiled. "Friendly," she said. Alex reached out slowly, and the animal came closer, rubbing against his leg. It made a soft humming sound. Alex felt a strange warmth in his chest. The animal seemed to understand them, and it stayed near as they moved forward. Suddenly, the calm was broken by a loud roar from deep inside the forest. The ground shook under their feet. The fox-like animal growled and ran toward the noise. Lyra grabbed Alex's arm. "Danger," she said. "We must hide." They found a thick bush and crouched low. The roar grew louder, followed by heavy steps. A huge creature came into view, bigger than any animal Alex had seen. It had many legs and glowing eyes. Its body was covered in thick armor plates. The creature moved slowly but powerfully. It seemed angry or scared. Alex held his breath, hoping the creature would not find them. After a tense moment, the creature turned and walked away. The forest grew quiet again. Alex looked at Lyra. "That was close," he said. She nodded. "This world is full of dangers." Their journey was becoming harder with every step, but Alex felt more determined. He could not leave Lyra alone in this wild place. As they walked, the strange fox-like animal followed quietly, guiding them through the thick trees. Lyra smiled softly. "It helps us," she said. "They are protectors of the forest." Alex trusted the animal and felt a little less afraid. The sun moved higher, and the shadows grew shorter. They found a small river flowing with clear, cold water. Alex and Lyra drank and washed their faces. The water felt fresh and good. After resting by the river, Lyra took out a small, shiny object from her pocket. It was the strange keycard Alex had seen before. She held it carefully, almost like it was alive. "This key is very important," she said. "It can open doors to places you cannot imagine." Alex looked at the keycard, feeling its strange power. He did not understand it fully yet, but he knew it was more than a simple object. Suddenly, the soft sounds of footsteps came from the other side of the river. Alex and Lyra froze. The footsteps were slow and careful. Someone or something was coming. Alex grabbed a small tool from his belt, ready to defend them. Lyra whispered, "Hide." They slipped behind a big rock just in time. A tall figure appeared, wearing dark clothes and a helmet that hid the face. The figure looked around, holding a weapon that glowed faintly. Alex's heart pounded. The stranger searched the area carefully, then moved on without seeing them. As the footsteps faded, Alex breathed a sigh of relief. "We are being followed," he said. "We must move faster." Lyra nodded. "We have no time to lose." Together, they crossed the river and disappeared into the forest. Their journey was only beginning, and danger was closer than ever. Alex and Lyra moved quietly through the thick forest, the leaves crunching softly beneath their feet. The sun was higher now, but the trees kept most of the light from reaching the ground. Shadows danced around them as the wind shook the branches. Alex kept his eyes alert for any signs of danger. Lyra stayed close, holding something tightly in her hand, the strange keycard, which glowed faintly with a blue light. The air felt heavy with tension, both of them knowing the keycard was important, but not fully understanding why. Suddenly, Lyra stopped and looked around nervously. Her eyes searched the trees as if expecting something to appear. Alex's heart beat faster. "What is it?" he asked quietly. Lyra whispered, "The hunters are near. We must be careful." Alex remembered the dark figure from the river earlier and knew the danger was real. They kept moving but slower now, trying not to make a sound. The forest seemed alive, watching them with unseen eyes. After a while, they reached a small clearing. The sunlight broke through the leaves, lighting up a strange machine half buried in the ground. It was old and covered with moss and vines, but it looked like a door or a gate. Lyra moved closer and held up the keycard. "This is what the key opens," she said softly. "A portal to a hidden place on my planet, a place where my people keep their secrets and protect their future." Alex looked at the machine, feeling a mix of fear and wonder. "Why are you carrying this key here? Why not keep it safe on your home world?" he asked. Lyra sighed. "My ship crashed, and the key was the only thing I could save. The rest was lost in the storm. The hunters want the key because it can open power we cannot let them have." She looked at Alex with hope and trust. "I need your help to keep it safe and find a way home." Alex felt the weight of her words. The keycard was more than a simple object. It was a symbol of hope and danger. He made a silent promise to protect Lyra and the key at all costs. As they talked, a sudden noise broke the calm. A rustling came from the bushes. Both of them turned quickly, ready for whatever was coming. A small group of creatures appeared, moving fast and low to the ground. They had sharp eyes and claws, but they were not the hunters. They looked more like wild animals of the forest. Alex and Lyra stayed, still, hoping the creatures would pass. But one of them stepped closer, growling softly. The fox-like animal that had helped them before appeared. Its glowing fur bright against the dark leaves, it growled loudly, chasing the creatures away. The forest grew quiet again, Lyra smiled. "The forest protects us when we need it," she said. Alex petted the fox gently, feeling grateful for the help. The keycard's glow seemed stronger near the animal. As they rested for a moment, Lyra explained more about the key. "It can open doors to other worlds, to places of knowledge and power. But if it falls into the wrong hands, it could bring destruction." Alex nodded, understanding the danger. He looked at the keycard carefully, wondering what mysteries it held. Suddenly, Lyra's eyes widened. "Listen," she whispered. A soft voice came from the trees, almost like a song. It was strange and beautiful, but also sad. Alex felt a chill. The voice seemed to call to the keycard. Or maybe to Lyra. The fox stood alert, ears moving toward the sound. Lyra held the keycard tighter. "It is a warning," she said. "The hunters are close, and they know where we are." Alex felt a surge of fear, but tried to stay calm. He took out a small map from his pack and studied it quickly. "There's a safe place not far from here, an old shelter built by explorers. We can hide there and plan our next move." Lyra nodded, trusting Alex's judgment. They moved quickly but carefully, following the map through the twisting forest paths. The strange song grew louder as they walked, filling the air with a strange energy. Suddenly, they reached a steep hill covered in thick bushes. Alex helped Lyra climb it first. Then he followed, reaching the top to see a small structure hidden among the trees. The shelter was made of metal and stone, covered with moss and dirt, but strong and safe. They entered quietly, closing the door behind them. The inside was dark but dry. With old equipment scattered around, Alex found some supplies. Food and water left behind by previous visitors. Lyra sat down, exhausted but relieved. "Thank you," she said softly, "for saving me and for believing in me." Alex smiled. "We are a team now," he said, "and I will protect you and this key." As night fell outside, the shelter felt safe and warm. But outside, the shadows moved, and the hunters were not far away. The strange song continued, a reminder of the danger and the mystery still ahead. Alex looked at Lyra, ready to face whatever would come next. The keycard glowed softly in the dark, waiting to unlock its secrets. The old shelter was quiet, except for the soft hum of the strange keycard glowing on the table. Alex watched Lyra as she sat by the small window, her glowing eyes staring at the dark forest outside. The night was deep, and the sounds of the wild were distant, but still alive. Alex felt a mix of hope and worry. He knew they had escaped danger for now, but the hunters were still out there, waiting. The keycard was the reason for their trouble, but its true power was still a mystery. Lyra turned to Alex. "Do you trust me?" she asked softly. Alex looked into her shining eyes and nodded. "Yes, I do," he said. "But it is hard not to wonder if we are safe, or if the key brings more danger." Lyra sighed. "I feel the same," she said. "The key is powerful, but it can also bring great harm if it falls into the wrong hands." Alex sat beside her. "How can we know who to trust? Everything here is strange, even the forest seems alive." Lyra smiled faintly. "Trust is not easy for me, but you have been kind and brave. That is why I chose to tell you my story." She told him about her life before the crash, her family, and the peaceful world she came from. Alex listened closely, feeling their bond grow stronger. They shared quiet moments, telling small stories about their lives, finding comfort in each other's words. But deep inside, both felt the weight of the keycard, a secret that could change everything. The next day, Alex checked their supplies and made a simple plan. They needed to move carefully, avoid the hunters, and find a way to use the key safely. Lyra agreed, but her eyes showed worry. "The key may open doors, but we must be ready for what waits beyond," she said. Alex nodded. "We will face it together." They packed their few belongings and prepared to leave the shelter. Just as they stepped outside, a sudden sound stopped them. A soft metallic click echoed nearby. Alex's heart raced. He looked toward the trees and saw a small device blinking red. Lyra gasped. "A tracker," she said quickly. "The hunters are very close. They use these to find the key." Alex looked around and spotted more blinking lights hanging from branches. They had been surrounded without knowing. Panic rose in his chest, but he kept calm. "We need to remove these devices before they find us," he said. Lyra nodded, and they moved carefully through the forest. Trying to find the trackers, the fox-like animal appeared suddenly, guiding them with quick movements. Alex and Lyra followed, trusting the creature. As they moved deeper into the trees, Alex reached out and grabbed one of the blinking devices. He pulled it down quietly and smashed it with a rock. Lyra did the same, working fast. After several minutes, all the trackers were destroyed, but they knew it was only a matter of time before the hunters found another way. As they walked, Alex looked at Lyra. "How did you survive alone for so long?" he asked. Her eyes grew sad. "I had to hide, to run, to stay quiet," she said. "But I was scared and lonely until I met you." Alex smiled softly. "You are not alone now," he said. "We will protect each other." Their bond grew stronger, but the dangers did not fade. That night, as they camped under the stars, strange noises surrounded them. Leaves rustled, shadows moved quickly. Alex held his tool tightly, ready for any threat. Lyra kept the keycard close, its glow bright in the dark. Suddenly, a soft voice whispered through the trees, almost like a song. It was the same voice Alex heard before. "Beautiful but sad. It is a warning," Lyra said. "The hunters are coming soon." Alex's heart pounded. "We need a plan," he said. "We cannot run forever," Lyra nodded. "There is a place not far from here, an old ruin where the key can be used," she explained. "But it is dangerous, and we do not know what waits inside." Alex took a deep breath. "Danger or not, we must try." He looked at Lyra with determination. "We are stronger together." They rested for a short time, then prepared to move at first light. Before sleep, Alex asked, "Do you think we can trust anyone else?" Lyra shook her head slowly. "Not yet. The galaxy is full of strangers and secrets. We must be careful," Alex agreed. "But sometimes, even in darkness, there is light." The night passed slowly, filled with silent hopes and fears. Morning came with a soft glow, and Alex and Lyra packed their things. The forest was quiet but watched. The strange fox-like animal appeared again. As if to say goodbye for now, Alex reached out, and the creature brushed his hand gently. Then it disappeared into the trees. Lyra smiled sadly. "Friends come and go in this world, but trust must be earned," she said. Alex looked at the glowing keycard, feeling its power and mystery. He knew the journey ahead would test their courage and trust more than ever. But with Lyra by his side, he was ready to face it. Together, they stepped into the unknown, leaving the safety of the forest behind. The ruins awaited, full of secrets and danger, and the keycard's light guided their path forward. Alex and Lyra moved quietly through the dense forest, their eyes sharp and minds alert. The strange ruins they sought were not far, but danger grew closer with every step. The soft sounds of the forest seemed to fade, replaced by an eerie silence that made their skin crawl. Suddenly, from behind thick bushes, a dark figure stepped into the path. Its armor was black and shiny, with strange symbols glowing faintly on the chest. The helmet hid the face, but the figure's presence filled the air with cold fear. Alex reached slowly for his small tool, ready for anything. Lyra's eyes glowed brighter, and she stepped forward bravely. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice steady but cautious. The figure said nothing at first, then a low voice spoke. "I am the hunter, sent to find the key." The words were sharp and cold. The hunter raised a glowing weapon that hummed with power. Alex and Lyra exchanged a quick look, knowing they had to act fast. Alex moved first, throwing a rock to distract the hunter. The figure turned, and Lyra used the chance to grab Alex's arm and run. They dashed through the trees, branches scratching their faces. The hunter followed with quick, heavy steps, closing the distance. Alex's breath came fast as they ran. The keycard in Lyra's hand glowed strongly, as if reacting to the danger. They reached a small clearing and hid behind a large rock. The hunter stopped at the edge, scanning the area with sharp eyes. Alex felt his heart pounding. He knew this was a fight they could not lose. Suddenly, the hunter fired a blast of light toward their hiding place. The rock exploded with dust and stones. Alex and Lyra ducked low. Lyra's eyes shone with a strange power, and she held the keycard up. A bright blue shield formed around them. Blocking the hunter's next attack, the hunter growled and charged forward. Alex grabbed the fallen branch as a weapon. He swung at the hunter's legs, surprising the figure and making him stumble. Lyra moved quickly and pushed the hunter away with a burst of energy from the keycard. The hunter fell but stood again, angrier than before. "You cannot keep the key," he shouted. "It belongs to my master." Alex and Lyra exchanged worried looks. The hunter's words made them fear what might come next. The fight continued with bursts of light and quick moves. Alex used his human strength and cleverness to dodge attacks. Lyra's strange powers grew stronger, protecting them both. After a long struggle, the hunter suddenly stopped. "This is not over," he said. "My master will come, and you will regret this day." With that, he vanished into the shadows of the forest. Alex and Lyra breathed hard, their bodies tired but their spirits unbroken. "Who is your master?" Alex asked, still holding the branch tightly. Lyra shook her head. "I do not know much. Only that they are very powerful and want the key for dark reasons." She looked at the glowing keycard with fear. "We must keep it safe, no matter what." Alex nodded. "We will," he said. "Together." They stayed in the clearing for a moment, catching their breath and thinking about what to do next. The danger was real and growing, but they had not given up. "We must reach the ruins," Lyra said. "Only there can we use the key to protect my people." Alex agreed. "Let's move before the hunter returns or worse comes." As they continued their journey, the forest grew darker and thicker. Strange sounds echoed between the trees, and the feeling of being watched never left. But Alex and Lyra kept going, their bond stronger than the fear around them. After several hours, they finally saw the ruins ahead, old stone walls covered with vines and glowing symbols. The air around the ruins felt heavy with ancient power. Lyra's eyes shone brighter as they approached. "This is the place," she said softly, "where the key will open the way." Alex helped Lyra climb over broken stones and sharp rocks. The ruins were bigger than he expected, full of mystery and danger. As they stepped inside, the strange symbols on the walls began to glow. The keycard in Lyra's hand reacted, lighting up with a soft blue pulse. Suddenly, the ground shook, dust falling from the ceiling. Alex and Lyra looked around, alert and ready. The ruins were not empty, and the real challenge was only beginning. Alex and Lyra stepped carefully into the heart of the ancient ruins. The air was thick and heavy, filled with a strange energy that made their skin tingle. The glowing symbols on the walls seemed to pulse in time with Lyra's heartbeat. The keycard in her hand shone brighter, casting soft blue light around them. The floor beneath their feet was covered in strange patterns, carved long ago by a lost civilization. Lyra moved forward, her eyes fixed on a large stone door at the far end of the chamber. It was covered in symbols similar to those on the keycard, but much older and more complex. Alex watched closely, feeling the weight of the moment. "This must be the portal," Lyra whispered. "The place where the key will open a new world." She held the keycard up and moved it slowly toward the center of the door. As the key touched the stone, a deep hum began to fill the room. The symbols on the door glowed brightly, and the ground shook slightly. A bright beam of light shot from the keycard into the door, and the stone slowly began to shift, revealing a swirling, glowing gateway. Alex felt a mixture of awe and fear. The portal was alive. A doorway to something beyond their understanding. Are you ready? Lyra asked, her voice steady but soft. Alex nodded. I am, he said. Let's see what is on the other side. They stepped forward together, feeling the warmth of the light wrap around them. The world seemed to dissolve and change as they passed through the portal. When they opened their eyes, they found themselves in a place unlike any other. The sky above was dark but filled with shining stars and strange colors. The ground was smooth and glowing softly, with plants that looked like crystals. Strange shapes moved in the distance, creatures that Alex could not recognize. Lyra looked around, her eyes wide with wonder and relief. We have arrived in the hidden world, she said, the place where my people keep their greatest secrets. Alex took a deep breath, trying to calm his racing heart. This place was beautiful but also full of mystery and danger. What do we do now? He asked. We must find the council. Lyra said, they will know how to use the key and protect it from our enemies. They began to walk carefully through the glowing landscape, every step filled with wonder and a little fear. The creatures they saw watched quietly but did not approach. It was clear this world had its own rules and power. As they moved deeper, they came to a large building made of shining metal and crystal. It looked like a palace from a storybook, tall and shining in the strange light. Lyra led Alex inside. Where the air was cool and quiet, they were greeted by figures in bright robes, their faces kind but serious. The council listened as Lyra explained what had happened, how she was lost and how Alex had helped her. The leader of the council, an older alien with glowing eyes like Lyra's, looked at the key card carefully. This key is the gatekeeper of great power, the leader said. It can open paths to other worlds and control forces beyond your understanding. Alex felt a shiver, realizing the true danger they faced. We must protect it at all costs, the leader continued. But it is also a chance to save many lives and bring peace. Lyra nodded, hope shining in her eyes. Suddenly, the ground trembled again, and alarms sounded through the palace. The council members moved quickly, preparing for battle. Alex and Lyra ran outside to see a dark fleet of ships descending in the sky. The hunters and their master had found them, ready to take the key by force. Lyra held the key card tightly, and Alex stood by her side, ready to fight. We cannot let them take the key, Lyra said. This is the moment we have prepared for. The sky filled with lights and noise as the battle began. Energy blasts and fast ships filled the air. Alex used his human strength and courage to help defend the palace. Lyra's strange powers glowed brightly as she used the key to protect their side. The fight was fierce and dangerous, but they did not give up as the battle raged. Alex and Lyra realized that the key was more than just a tool. It was a symbol of hope and unity between their worlds. Together, they fought not just for survival, but for a future where humans and aliens could trust each other. After what felt like hours, the enemy ships retreated. Defeated for now, the palace was safe. But the war was far from over. Alex looked at Lyra, tired but determined. We did it, he said softly. But this is only the beginning, Lyra smiled. Yes, but now we have a chance to build a better future. The portal behind them still glowed softly, a reminder of the path they had taken, and the keycard, resting safely in Lyra's hand, held the power to change everything. The battle was over, but the air still felt heavy with tension. Alex and Lyra stood together outside the glowing palace, watching the last enemy ships disappear into the dark sky. The keycard lay safe in Lyra's hand, its blue light shining. Softly like a promise, Lyra looked at Alex with a tired but hopeful smile. Thank you for staying with me, she said. You saved my life and helped protect my people. Alex shook his head. No, you saved me too, he said. I have. Never faced something like this before, but with you, I felt brave. They walked slowly through the glowing fields. The strange crystal plants shimmered under the twin moons. The new world was beautiful and full of mysteries, but also full of hope. Lyra told Alex about her plans to return to her home planet. With the key, we can open a safe path, she said. And bring help to my people who still suffer, Alex nodded, feeling proud to be part of her journey. I want to help, even if it means leaving my world behind for a time, he said. Lyra's eyes brightened. Together we can do great things. Their bond was strong now, built on trust, courage, and shared dreams, but the path ahead was not easy. There were many dangers still waiting in the shadows. The master who sent the hunters was far more powerful than they had faced, and the keycard held secrets that even Lyra did not fully understand. One evening, as they prepared to rest, a small group of aliens arrived at the palace gates. They were envoys from another planet, friends who had heard of Lyra's struggle and wanted to offer help. Alex and Lyra greeted them warmly. This is a chance, Lyra said, to build alliances and protect the key together. Alex watched as leaders from many worlds spoke, planning a future where humans and aliens could work side by side. He realized that his simple act of helping a lost alien girl had changed everything. Lyra showed Alex a hidden chamber inside the palace, filled with ancient technology and star maps. She explained that the keycard was part of a great network, connecting many worlds across the galaxy. We must protect it, or risk losing everything, she said. Alex studied the maps, imagining all the possibilities. This is bigger than I thought, he said quietly. Lyra smiled. And you are part of it now. The days passed with new challenges and discoveries. Alex learned more about Lyra's people and their technology, and he shared stories of Earth and humanity. They found joy in small moments, like watching the twin moons rise and the strange glowing flowers bloom at night. But their peace was fragile. The master of the hunters was planning a new attack, stronger and more dangerous than before. One night, Lyra came to Alex. We must be ready, she said. This war is not over, but we have allies and hope. Alex nodded. We will face it together. Their friendship had grown into something deeper, a promise to protect each other in their worlds. The keycard rested between them, a symbol of their mission and bond. As the first light of dawn touched the sky, Alex looked toward the stars, feeling a new sense of purpose. He knew his life had changed forever, from a lone explorer to a protector of worlds. Lyra joined him, her eyes shining with determination. The future is uncertain, but we will meet it with courage, she said. Together, they stepped forward, ready to face whatever came next. Their journey was far from over, but now they were not alone. The keycard's glow was brighter than ever, lighting the path ahead. And with hope in their hearts, Alex and Lyra began a new chapter, a story of friendship, trust, and the power of helping others.